simple as that. Living room, bedroom. Since I was young, that has been like the special house that we've had. And right in front here, I can show you. This is my sister's room, as it looks like. This is how the door looks like. Everything as crazy as you see. So right behind here we have a borehole. I've already shown you. That's where we get our water. And you can see some of the houses are falling down, like really bad, man. You know, my parents really struggled to build this house. They took a lot of loans to build this house. But you can tell everything is not as good as, yeah, you see? So that's what I'm saying.
Hi. Good evening to you. RC, get away. How are you?
Bed you see there, that is my bedroom. And this used to be one chair that we had next to our bed. So they say, I had a girlfriend who came to see me. She would sit here and I'll be sleeping there. Me and my uncle, that small bed is because you're small kids. And this used to be my window where an aerial, I used to have a radio, and I remember my aerial, the aerial, the wire to catch the signal used to pass through this
I'm
open
doing
space
good.
to go
Thank
up.
you.
As you see up here, we only have
Hi,
one wall.
Levi.
My dad was
How
everything.
are you?
And this was my house for my entire childhood and my entire high school until when I went to university and my mom constructed the house right behind us where we shall be taking. So actually those days we didn't have this
Thank
room
you.
because we used to sleep with cows and goats. I used to
Hi, thank you. Thank you for $2. Thank you so much. God bless you. Blessings to you. Yeah. What the weather now in your country? My weather here, it's kinda cold in the evening. Yeah. Thank you, Levi. In the daytime today we didn't have rain, but in the evening when it was 6 p.m. we had some drizzles. Yeah, I don't know about tomorrow, but usually it rains almost every day. We are blessed. Yeah, we are blessed in abundance. Like, I'm not in Nairobi. I came to the other side of my home. We call it Kisii County. The weather there is kind of mixed up. Like it rains, and mostly there's sunshine. So I'm like, I am just new here now. Coming from Asian country, the continent. Like I've been in Saudi Arabia for the longest, like for the past 3 years. So the weather there most of the time is summertime. Like now it's summer. So changing abruptly from summer into weather which is like here mostly it's in highlands, like yeah, it's good for my farming. you know I just decided to come and open like now my YouTube, because I've been thinking, where should I get land from to lease, because my own land, where I was residing, or I had things are not adding up, because I plant, my in-laws take advantage of it. So I'm like, I've been sitting here, everyone is asleep. You can see I'm the only one on the couch here. People have slept. Like, I'm like, oh, what should I do? So I try to iron some clothes. Tomorrow I want to go and see my dad and talk to him, because it is not easy to start afresh again. So me starting up is a problem. So I'm trying to calculate, where will I get that. Ariane, as high. So my calculation is that where am I going to get that piece of land that I'm intending to go and start them? Like the business and also stroke farming, because I need to farm and I need also to go back to business because my son came out of school today and my daughter, she's still in school. I am not that person who gets like idle sitting. So I'm like, God, you know me, you know my strength, but there is a time that I get confused because everything is in my hand and I'm like calculating. I've been telling my friends, they don't believe that I'm in Africa, they don't believe that I'm in Kenya. For those who know me, who've seen me doing the farming, they understand, but there are those who think that I'm not good. Amen. Yeah, you will have your heart's desire. They think like I can't do farming. I don't look like someone who can farm. So I'm like, I've been requesting my family and friends also, relatives, if they hear somewhere to get a land place, they let me know because time also is running. I'm already 1 month. Yes, yesterday, yeah, yesterday. Today's on 27. Yesterday, I finished 1 month now in Kenya. I need to check out where to reside because if it's Nairobi, I'll just probably be doing business. If it's in this county, like in Kisii County where I come from, I should probably look for a place where I should be doing farming and also doing the entrepreneurship because I've been doing the business like both in Nairobi and also in Kisii where I am now. I know places where to do all those things, but settling down, so I'm trying to weigh up. That is my problem now, and it is giving me that woman thing like, woof, baby girl, think twice before you start, and also decide it well. You have to have that, you know, the anxiety, hello, I'll reach out to you tomorrow, God's will. Oh, Grace Mercy, oh, you are here. Thank you for showing up again. Thank you so much. Let me put a sweater because I've been sitting here for the longest. I need something to cover up. So I'm like, tomorrow I'm I'm thinking to go and visit my dad. You know, my dad can give me some lecture, which I'm like, oh, you have to be ready. African dads are those parents that if they put you on a seat, on a hot seat, you get transfigured. So I'm like, me at my age now, I'm 36 years old. It's been a while since we had a daddy-daughter talk, and I'm like, now he's calling me. I hope it doesn't become too much harsh on me because at this age I don't want sanctions. I don't want those strong words. Parents can be that harsh. They will be like, you've been doing this, why are you becoming reluctant? You've been doing this, why are you saying that you've lost hope in life? So I don't want someone to like piss me off because there are those moments you handle things where you can, and sometimes you feel like I want to let it be. So I need just peace of mind, solace, calmness. Yeah, that is my situation. Sometimes you're being told even crying doesn't help, because when you do it, you try doing it, you redo it. People will never understand until they see you like worn out, and people will never believe. People will think that you are that strong person every time now and then, but they don't know that you hide your tears, you hide your problems to show up for them. When you be pissed off, when depression will put you down, maybe when it's too late, that's when they'll be saying like, oh, she used to be strong, she used to be a strong person. Even strong people lose. Even the strongest people in the universe, they get worn out, you know. Yeah, there is a moment that if you can tell someone like, I don't have, people will never believe, because you've been that person who is giving, who's being supportive to them. So when they see you, like when you tell them you don't have, they don't believe that you don't have. They'll be like, you started becoming selfish or self-centered, not knowing that sometimes it is not easy. It is not easy, guys. Yeah. So it reaches a moment like this. I want to be like, I just want to be indoors. I lock myself. I don't want to meet anyone because they're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I know, but at this age, I don't need sympathy. I need people who are like, can I say, open, transparent, and who acknowledge that also I need my time, my me time. Because when you carry the cross too much, which sometimes even it doesn't belong to you, sometimes it becomes overwhelming. When the burden is too much, there is a time you need to let go, like, would you mind to do your own thing? But now, because you've been doing it, it becomes hard for you to explain yourself to them, like to let them understand that it is time for everyone to carry their own burden. Yeah, because others who are very function like it's a no and it works. But others who are like Eliza, even when I'm like falling, if I have to uplift a place or someone and I do it. The problem when we come in Africa, like right now, things have changed. I've tried to check out online and also going to places where I used to work. The capital that I used to start with, all the time business that I've learned, it was so little, but now it's extremely high. So now I'm like, where, baby girl, how are you going to start? I don't know, but I need to start. And the problem here is that I'm just sick and tired of going out there. I don't want somewhere I go, I stick 2 years. You know that thing is so hard. Like now, it has deteriorated my body. Like I don't feel like I'm a human being. You know, like right now before I showed up, I have received like 2 calls, phone calls, people inviting me like, come, let's have a chat, like maybe a dinner day or lunch. And I'm like, what are you telling me? Yani, my brain is, I'm like, there. I don't feel like I'm meeting with people. There are those things someone can't tell me and like it me for I don't belong in that. That is the situation. Because why? Because you've been doing this and that to make it happen or fix itself. But it reaches to a time that you wanna settle and push on your dreams. Because when you try to go or to push something, when it has already succeeded, someone comes in and pulls you back. But because you don't have that strength to fight that person, you know what you do? You let go. So you letting go, people think that you are naive, maybe you are, how can I say, lenient. The better word. Or you are just easy to let go because you don't fight back. So it is like creating those bulk situations. But I think it is time also to start saying no. And also, even if it's changing a SIM card, I'll make one. I've never, you know that the SIM card I'm having here, it has lasted for 18 years. SIM card, eh? A phone SIM card. Since I finished high school, I stayed 1 year, no, 2 years without a SIM card, without a phone. So after I bought the first SIM card, it is the one that I've been using. And all my phones, unless my phone stops working or my battery, I've never even lost a phone. That is very unique. So if it stops working, that's the time I buy another phone, I change. And that's been my norm. So if there is someone, maybe I gave my phone while I was in my early adulthood, eh, or teenagehood, still, if they know how to keep contacts, they will still find me because I have never changed my contact. And it's the one, even it's in my description box. Because if there is someone I've been, maybe I had, or I've been doing something, will just easily find me. That is it. So I'm like, I feel like if there is a way the world, like the universe can be that open, welcoming and friendly, but it's the opposite, you know, you're like, God, so this one can happen. Yeah, it is good and well, but also it happened for a purpose, for a beautiful reason. Oh, I see your number. Thank you. We learn from disgrace, from worst moments, from beautiful moments. We learn to differentiate which is which, when to stop doing what you're doing, when to say yes and when to say no, and when to put yourself aside. So I'm like, at this moment, I want to create my beautiful moment. Like those moments I am smiling, those moments. Hi, how are you? Hanin, Kim, how are you? Welcome. Yeah, here it's midnight, it's 12 a.m, 12:23 a.m. Yeah. I'm like, I didn't feel like sleeping. Of course, I took a nap in between 7 p.m up to 8:30. Oh, thank you. So after getting up, I just ate my dinner. It was ready. Everyone has gone to sleep, and me, I lack sleep. So what should I do? I said, let me show up on my platform. I was in Facebook. I stayed there while eating. Again, I said, I'm in Africa, so I've been eating ugali. I love ugali because it's the most delicious meal that I've been missing. And also, I'm trying to take a lot of greens. Like in Africa, we believe in eating greens, a lot of greens. It is one way of, can I say, like healing your body, rejuvenating your body, getting the vitamins and the calories that you're missing, because out there, when we go, most of us who love traveling, we don't meet the same. Yeah, and also it's good to change the diet. So ugali, when we eat ugali, like today we eat ugali with pumpkin leaves, the juice marrow. We took fermented milk. It's good for the gut. It's like yogurt. It is top notch. And then it also helps to, if you have a heavy chest, maybe like things like asthma, sinus, allergies, like it helps you to remove the sputum in your heart or your chest. Also fruits, greens. I'm addicted to sugarcane, let me tell you. Sugarcane, pineapple, papaya, watermelon, oranges. Oof. Right now, still that I'm in Africa, I don't even like love using the lemon that I used to use. Now I want to go like pure, all fruits, because I can access them, and I'm like, sugarcane. Sugarcane is the best. You know how much? In fact, I'm in Africa, but buying sugarcane, one glass of it, it goes for $1. But like now, when we were talking together, that time you saw someone was in the farm and plucked sugarcane and gave me free of charge. Even as yesterday, the other day, yesterday, yeah, is it yesterday? The other day, before yesterday, I was in the farm plucking sugarcane. Like someone can pass and then they will give you sugarcane, you pluck and you share. When you're back at home, it is free. But when you are residing in a town, we buy it at $50. You have one full of it. Sugarcane does a lot to your body. So I'm like, I want to go organic. I want to do it. I don't know. Like tomorrow, I'm going to see my dad. We have a lot of family members at home, in my home. And I don't know if I will manage to see them all. Also, my dad will need that much time together because he says he wanna talk to me, and I know he doesn't want me to go back abroad to work like I used to work, in these Gulf countries because I've been there from 2019. The reason being, I'm doing it for my babies. I usually go there whenever I feel like my heart is down. It is one way of me going, like taking my stress there, and also as much as it sounds like a prison, but at least I can pay bills and the responsibilities of motherhood. But the only worst thing I feel is that my children need me, like to be next to them. So what happened is that now they're teenagers, like they have started to acknowledge that motherly love, and also that now I am alone, the dad is away from them. They feel like I'm throwing them apart, but they don't understand. Like, also, I need probably uh, them to understand that sometimes my shoulders can't carry everything at the same time. But at least I need to try myself to put everything together to avail anything they want. Yeah, because once they miss something, it becomes headache on me. Like, you want to be that perfect parent, but you can't do it. Crepin, greetings, welcome. How are you? Yeah, feel most welcome. Just having an evening talk here. Yeah, when I can't sleep, I show up on these platforms. I can just be here speaking even when someone is not. That is me, because that's where I find solace. At least thanks to social media. This social media has at least been for me, I call it like favor, because people sometimes get pissed off because of depression, fatigue, insomnia, like a lot, stress. Maybe you are worried of something, and maybe someone can just tell you do this and that, and everything will be okay. So those are the moments that social media can come through in, and there are those moments you wanna, like, you're looking for maybe company, someone to talk to, but you don't have. So the first thing when we go abroad, and before you find that you are that person who can be communicating with others, but when you just go out there, you get, most of the time you're indoors, you become an introvert. When you come back to your country, you need to like integrate with your family members, your friends and relatives, but people see you like, oh, you are throwing yourself or you are secluding yourself. So it becomes hard. Like for me now, I can say I'm supposed to go to church. I meet my church people because I didn't before. When I was in Africa, I didn't love going out. Not that I didn't love, but because I used to be busy in my workstation until maybe midnight, and then I break my business. I go tomorrow. You wake up, you go to church, because I stayed next to church here in Cathedral. I'll be showing you day by day, step by step. I'll be doing it like documenting my past life, where I started from until where I am. So even if I've been having ups and downs, at least there are those memories to be kept, because one day there will be beautiful memories, or can I say they will be creating a beautiful ending. Sometimes we have to look back and see the far you've come and acknowledge God's presence in your life. So I'm like, where? I can't believe this have gone, because there was a moment I couldn't speak of myself, my heart, I couldn't let it out. I used to cry, I couldn't share it. Like there's a moment that now I can say I'm okay that I decided to be who I am right away, because you know, sometimes you feel like you are alone, but when you visit people in the prison, people in homes, that's when you know that you are highly favored and blessed. Let me tell you guys, when I sit down and look back, I see the far I have come on the throne. Like, life has knocked me several times. Amen. Life has knocked me several times. I don't know. Sunday, if I will manage, I'll try and say there is this woman. She's called Miriam. I don't know. I just want to visit her and give her a tight hug and tell her that she was that mother I couldn't have, that mother-in-law I couldn't have, mother-in-law figure. She was just a neighbor. When things couldn't add up, I don't know how she knew. She will carry one full jug. You know this? I don't know what I can do for her. Of course, I'm not in a stable mood, but I will just go and see her. I wish my children were here so that we can go together and appreciate her. She used to give us sugarcane. Her, herself, the husband and her, they welcomed us. She would milk her kettle, put even 3 liters and bring it. Whereby my mother-in-law is milking. It's very unique. When I want cow dung, we call it manure, to take to the farm. When I want to take it to from my in-laws, the homestead, like how can I say, from the cow shed, my mom-in-law will be like fierce and say like, no, even if it's wet, leave it. I'm going to take to my farm. In fact, he's forgetting that I also belong in her, how can I say, kingdom or her palace. So the sanctions were too much. But this other family who are neighbors, some feet away from us, I just go and tell them I need some money, and they tell me, take anything you want, just take it. They call me my daughter, and I'm like, well, what do you see in me that you grant me all this? And in fact, you've gone for the cow dung, they will give you milk, they give you banana, like the one you saw me daytime buying, sugar cane, sweet potatoes. Like this mama, when I think about her, I shed a lot of tears. I say, of course, the husband died like 4 years ago now. May his soul rest in peace. The husband used to be called Moses, and he was a church leader. And the lady, she's now an elderly grandma. Sometimes even I used to wish, like, how I wish. Of course, I wish she had a son, but the son had a friend who is a relative. So they were like trying, like him not to have that. And like I wished like she could be now my mother-in-law. There's a family that they grab you. Even my sister used to tell me like, we need to go and revisit that mom, because she was so dearly to us, like so loving. Those are the people that gave me the strength. Like even when you don't have, the little you have, you can share, you can give, you can change it to someone's life. Like someone maybe doesn't have something, but you have something you can share. So I used to learn a lot from them. Like they're contented with the little they have. Even when things are not adding up, they make a beautiful day out of the scenario. Like they look upon, because they rely the word of God, and they say like, oh yeah, we are alive, we need to keep moving on. Now I know she's so elderly, like she's so old, even but she has how can I say, the baby for her daughter, a granddaughter. Yeah, I'll try to look for her and contact her, but the son is in Dubai. I'll try and see the way I can find her. Even if I will not be having anything to to take to her, I'll just take my hugs to her, and I'll feel good to see her, because she could, I remember she could pluck even avocados, papayas, guavas, and say like, my daughter, take this. Because also that moment I used to sell shoes. She will keep her money, even if when she want to buy a dress, and then I'll be the one going to buy for her. She'll be like, I trust you, I want you to take this money, go and look for me, because I wear the biggest shoes, number like number 12. You go for me, buy for me the Crocs and the slippers and the rubber shoes. She used to wear specific rubbers we call Sabatini. Like this I don't know, you know, I wanna go and capture those moments, because now she's old. I don't know if she will remember this, but she will. I saw her on a picture for her in her granddaughter's wall, and I was like, wow, may God keep you long, give you good health, so that we can meet again. Because when I lost everything, I didn't know how to speak for myself, to fight for myself. You were that neighbor who became my angel to my children. The situation was tough to an extent that the relatives couldn't even let me to go and charge a SIM card, like a phone. So what was being done, and this, it wasn't a smartphone, I would take my battery from the phone, I give a baba man who has a barber shop, who is a relative, like a distant relative, to go and charge it using a multi-charger. He gives me his, I insert it in my phone. In the evening when he will bring, the story started changing. Like now that person owns me. He was just a young man. And I was like, you said you don't want me to go to the buying center. So the challenges, I was like, where? So my husband died. You people to put me in captive, like a prison. Even I can't manage to go into a buying center to go and buy whatever I want or access anything I want. Is this a prison or what? If I plant foodstuffs, you people, you don't want me to sell it to make it money, but I'm the one who is paying bills over this product that I've been given under a loan to pay a duration of 10 months. But you're the first people to squander that. You're the first people to graze that while I don't sleep at night. I keep on crying. So I'm like, you will skip your land, your first land, your second land, because it's the mother-in-law and then the father-in-law and the son-in-law and then my piece of land. You skip all these two places, you pass your animals, you go intentionally put them on my piece of land, of course the one you've given me, so that they can graze or feed on that. And you know the food is under, hey, under a loan. The group used to call it 1 acre fund. 1 acre fund. Farmers United. I remember those moments. I can't believe I've been surviving without now going to the farm. From 2019, I stopped. 2018 was the last year that I was in that farm, because I planted when it was the harvesting season. When I went, I find them like already they have harvested. Sometimes we can laugh because it is past tense. Hey, let me tell you, Have you ever cried? If crying could have something we call crude, I cried and I crued. I can say that. You cry until tears will stop coming out. You scream, you speak until your mouth, you feel like you're choked here, you don't have a voice to speak. You cry until you stand up, you find yourself telling them, just wake your son from the grave to come and provide for us, because now you're becoming too much. Raise him from the dead to come and help me fulfill the conjugal rights, fulfill the husband, whatever responsibilities. Let him be in the throne, because now he's scavenging his dead body in the grave. Now you people are hurting me. You are cutting me into pieces. It's like you want to scoop every part of my body, pinching me everywhere. Why should you want me to stick in your home when you are giving me problems? Like I was, hey guys, let me tell you. It reached that time, depression could engulf in my heart. My children would ask me for food. I would tell them, go to that grave and ask your dead dad to give you that food you want, because I don't have any part to cut myself. Tell me, when it reaches that period when you tell your children like that, hey, my daughter suffered. Hey, I don't know if she's okay, but sometimes when I think my daughter, she's been under depression for the longest time, but she couldn't have a way to speak to me. Maybe now that she has at least reached that adulthood, she can see it from afar, because it wasn't easy. But as much as I used to undergo that, I used to make sure that motherhood, parenthood, I'm doing it. I used to try my best level. Yeah. You sacrifice yourself to an extent that you feel like, oh God, I hope whatever I'm doing can bring good yields. Yeah, because I denied myself the luxury, the lavish life. You know what happens in Africa? Let me tell you guys, it's very funny. When you are a widow, you are meant to serve all hungry men in the society, all loose men, all, can I say, all men who are not satisfied with their wives. They will just be there for you to serve them. That's what the universe believes in. But when you become straightforward in saying no, the hatred you will receive from the society, hey, let me tell you, yes, from the chief, from the elderly, the clan elders. That's Africa, let me tell you. If you wear a shoes of a widow, you will know. When you go to the government, I'm sorry to speak this, you will never be served. Also, when they know that you've lost your partner, either you pay dearly or you give your body in exchange for the service. I needed a birth certificate through the partner, the death notification, the burial permit. The people who were in charge, they did me hell. I had to leave everything. What came to help me, the relatives who were uncles, who were within the area where I used to do the business of selling shoes and clothes. You just go and spread clothes on the road. You might sell or not sell, but by the end of the day, you need to provide food on the table. You go back home. Yeah, we're in Africa. Kenya. Hey, Kenya. Hey. Corruption of the highest degree. But the only thing which will make you maneuver or manage or escape that, when you become firm, you say no. If it's leaving to them, me, I left all the things to them. Those things, the time they were needed, I had to speak my heart. I told the relatives, I told them, number A and Z, they want me to serve them conjugal rights so that I can get papers for my children. Those people went and scolded them. Yes, I said no. And you believe that these people were sick? Now 3 of them are dead on the grave, HIV positive. So tell me, where could I be now? It is 11 years now. I thank God I never accepted the request. Up to date, my daughter, my children, me, a widow, I didn't get the money from the government because, first of all, those papers, the documentation, it was supposed to be under me, but now also when it was found, again, the family members took it now because they were like, they thought that people will come and, can I say, trigger me to sell the land that is the inheritance land and run away. I don't know. I don't know the mindset they had. Like, if you give her the land, the title deed, she will go to the bank because she's learned. She will take a loan. Now the bank will come and grab the land. Now the land will be missing, or it will now vanish like that. So they kept the ID, national ID, and the death certificate, which now shows that I'm a widow and my children are orphans. They need support from the government because there's some funds which are being delivered every month. So for those all 11 years, who am I not to say thank you to God? God has been so faithful. I cannot tell how I managed it, but the only thing I will say, forever, He reigns on the throne. Yeah, I have seen God's grace, God's mercies. When things don't add up, He shows up for me. When I can't hold it, He's been my pillar. So, whenever I do this, it is a story I give because it is my life, it is reality, it is doable, it is happening, and many of us are suffering. I'm a Kenyan, and that is not true. Germany, you are saying that is not true because it is not you. Maybe or otherwise you have a family member who has been in that situation. You are saying it is not true because either if you're a man, you are not a widower. If you're a woman, maybe you are not a widow. It is my story, and I'll keep on saying it because I speak it, because it happened. If you want me to testify it many times, I will be there. It is my story, and because you think that I'm lying, I think you're new in my platform. Go from day one, check my platforms, all my social media, and go there even in the comments section. Yeah, it is my story. When my husband died, whatever I passed through, you are not the one who endured it. I don't know if you're a man or you're a female, but I'll tell you like this. When I was undergoing through that process, you were never there. Now, those people who did that to me, they are begging, they are asking for mercy, but they don't know I forgave them long time ago. If at all I couldn't have forgiven them, I couldn't have seen God's grace. I speak it as a testimony. I speak it to give others the strength. There are widows out there. There are widowers. We have people suffering. When you lose your partner, people take advantage of you. People take advantage of everything. I lost everything, but still I'm surviving. I don't know how I'm surviving, but it's the grace of God. Because for you, G-Man, maybe you are blessed to be wherever you are. You have that family that has a good bond. For us, I can say we've never fought. We've never had those moments that we knock each other, but you can find someone undermines you because they look at you, they see you like a young person, naive. They take advantage of you because I never knew to speak for myself and my children, but because it is because it is you won't believe it. I come from Kisii County or Gusii County. I was married, or not even married, I was engaged to a man from Nyamira County. Do you understand me? If you want to know my story, and if you think it is not real, my WhatsApp number is there. If you want everything to be told black and white, I can give you everything. you know, everything. You contact the area, whatever, and they will tell you, yeah, it is okay. But you know what? For us, um, it is good. People are having trauma, depression because of the same, and we've lost many lives because of the same, before, because of not speaking out, because they have been sipped their mouth. For me, I will tell you this one: whatever I have endured, I will live to testify it. And I'm really grateful that they did this to me. I walked out of the area, the vicinity, and it has given me that, can I say, it has become like an eye opener. It has given me the strength to fight any battle that come along to me. It is not that I am plugging. I might not mean anything to you. You might not learn something from me. But believe me, you, in this life that we are living now, there is someone passing through hell more than what I endured, more than what I have overcome. As I am speaking right away now, those people who hurt me down, those people who took all that we had, they are scavenging, full of problems. I'm not happy that they're passing through that. They are looking for that moment, like the sympathy, the mercy. They're like, how we wish this thing can be solved. And me, I usually tell them, I don't have any grudge. I forgive you. I let go everything. I wish you could have moved on. Me, I don't hold you. I don't have anything to fight for you. Because if at all I wanted to fight them, I had the right. We have social media here. Like now, I'm telling you, I come from Gusii land. We have some stations, radio stations. We have a lady called Nancy Nana Omweri. She's a good lady. We have not one, not two, not three. We have a lot of people in social media who fight for the less fortunate, for the widows, widowers, for the orphans, like the vulnerable. I have them. If I could have done it, I could have given it eh, a milestone so that they can be taken maybe to court. I didn't want, because once you have a lineage from a family, maybe you have their children, that's their blood. Why should I take them to court? Why? God is there to punish them. God is there to revenge. Karma is real. Why should you fight other human beings? And these worldly things, there's no need for you to fight them. You let go. If they want your clothes, give them. If they want your shoes, if you can, just share it to them. Leave them. Because people will kill you for smallest things. Why did you forget that your life is more greater than whatever you are fighting on? I will not fight for land whereby tomorrow I can own my own land. I can fight and do my own land, get mine, legit one, instead of fighting for inheritance. You might not believe it, you might see it's undoable, but my brother or my sister, I don't know. G-man, are you a man or a woman? I don't know. I'm sorry. But the only thing I ask you, I think you need to check something we call Minto FM, ASA FM in Facebook. Or if you can't believe in that, check the lady we call Nancy Nana Omeri. The story I'm speaking is not, what can I say? It's not something I'm faking. Let me tap her name and I check it to you so that you follow her. You see all the things. She's a news anchor. Yeah, let me write it and you see it. Yeah, she's called Nancy Omwiri. Even we have another one we called Cyprian. You see her. Oh, you're a man. Oh, that's good. And which county are you coming from? Because you said you are from Kenya. Me, I come from Gusii land. Yeah. Even if you want a proof, I can give even my home area, because there where I was married. If you want to do the investigation and you're thinking I'm lying, you can do it. Because me, I don't have time to. It is my story. Why should I lie? Why? And I wasn't meant to be that special. Check this lady. You know this one? She's here. This one. She's a news anchor. She's called Nancy Omweri. You know this her? She's a journalist. If you watch her, you will understand what I'm speaking. She fights for, and we have another one, Donya Doristot. You will get to know what I'm speaking. It is doable, it is happening, you know. She is the one, this one. You see, this lady, even she's vying for governor. She wants to be a governor. This lady, you understand. We have another one. I'll tell you all the ladies whom, not even ladies, even men. You see this lady? This one who's called Discipline Omweri. Woi, you know this lady who is crying here? Also, I know her. This one. We used to go together with her. Ati Oseliwa na county ya Kisii. I know also this one. See, now you've been saying whatever you've been saying. Gee, look at this. You know this one who's crying here? This one, I know. Una engoko nagosiekerwa isiko y'enyumba kwenye amenyete n'aba obisa b'ekawunti ba enforcement omusubati oyo obwate okwe kiemetienyi obe yesu boma. You know this one? Like now, this one which is happening now, this one. She's from my church. Don't judge, please. Don't judge. You understand what I said? This lady who is crying here, go together with her in the church. Let me share it to my WhatsApp because she belongs to our church and my group. You see, you people, before you speak it, please, before you speak it, before you judge, think about it. You see, I was speaking it and now it's happening. I didn't know. She is from my group, Saint Mother Teresa. Wow. Let me share it immediately so that they can see. Wow. So you see, I was telling my story. I didn't know. And she was married to a Luo man. I remember her. She used to do a business of second and thrifted clothes. I'm seeing her on Facebook from a friend who is also a news anchor, like a journalist. Where? Those are the things which give me the strength. Like you say, this one, she had a husband. Now she's been fished out of the house. She has an infant. I've seen that. I'll have to tune in after this live stream and check what was happening. Yes, those are the situations. Before you judge, before you think about the other way around, ask your neighbor. You know the story. Wow. We're going to come through for her. Those are the things which give me the strength. Like, you might think you don't have, but there is something you have someone doesn't have. You know? Oh my God. I know not all Kenyans. And that is why I told you, like, we have people, you fell into good hands, but you don't say. There are those people, if something happens to you, like they will grab you as their own, take care of their grandchildren. I don't mean it's every G man. And that is why I told you it is my story. It is not everyone's story. I have many widows who I have as friends. The husbands died, but after they died, their family like took them as their own, constructed and built their families, their houses. They took that advantage. They took the children to school. They are paying everything. I don't mean, it doesn't mean that because I'm passing and a woman who is maybe a widow is outside there passing through, you know, I've lived with people, I've stayed with people. A few days ago, we were celebrating Widows International Days. You know, everyone can give their own story. Not everyone. That is why I was speculating and saying, like, if it happened to me, it doesn't mean that it will happen to everyone. But some of us, we pass through a lot. You know, why do I say like that? People out here are not having it easy, and there are those people who can be given the best moments but try again to make it worse. You know, not every lady who has that chance to handle every situation. Others they run away, others they go and get remarried, others they will stay because the family has given them peace of mind, others they will choose to stay because they don't want to go anywhere, others they will move on. You know, it is a story for everyone. Your story wouldn't be the same as mine, because maybe you want to move on, maybe you are not satisfied on where you are. So there is nothing in this life is permanent. Maybe today things will up and up, maybe tomorrow things will turn, like the tables can turn, they can flip any minute. The way I'm saying, like right now, it happened to me, it doesn't mean that it won't happen to someone. So what do you do job wise? Okay, job wise, I've been an entrepreneur. I have my bag. Let me bring for you something, because people are sleeping. Let me bring something here. Yes, for the past 18 years, I used to sell household items, and I had like a green, a grocery, and I had what? I will show you, like right here. Let me put this. I have some pictures here. I'll show you. This is what I used to run, but now I don't have it because I had to travel abroad. Yeah, because I wanted to make my children's life better off, like change their state. For now, you might not understand. So for now, I'm back again in the country. I used to run a business. This used to be my business. This is me selling household items. You see that? Where this lady is having a problem is where I lived. This is me and my daughter, my firstborn. This is her when she finished high school last year. This is my little infant that I lost. Yeah, I used to sell clothes, but and all household items. These are like cooking pot, buckets, and then here the shop items like soap, sugar, credits, tissues, you know. And then inside here, I cut veggies. I had tomatoes, onions, like I mixed them together, but in portions. Yesterday passed through that structure. I'm the one who constructed it. It was a little bit bigger, so I had to give someone, like she requested me to take responsibility of that. So it's like she didn't manage it, she let it be. So the place I saw, it looks like deserted. I don't know, maybe who's doing the business there. So it reached that time, my daughter was almost joining high school. I thought that I can try to do like something different. Like I had to go abroad, like in the Middle East, to go and look for a way to add up my finances so that it will be easy for me when my daughter will join high school. Because joining high school is like when the children are joining the learners are joining the university. Because why? It is not easy. Like you have to spend a lot. So I didn't want this shame to happen to me, because I was like, oh baby girl, so when you went abroad, where did you go? Okay, I was in Qatar. I also went in Saudi Arabia. So you know, you finish 2 years, you come back, you go somewhere again, you try it and you do it again somewhere again, as time goes by. That is how it happens. Yeah. So for the meantime, when I'm back in my country, yeah, the people I left, the work or the responsibilities, you can't go there again and say that I want this or that. No. Mm. The only thing you need to is to start afresh. You start afresh. And now I'm here now home barely 1 month. I reached, in fact, it's 1 month. Yesterday uh, was the time I came. Yesterday, last month, like yesterday, on 26th. So now I want to start afresh. So I'm trying to look for a way again to start afresh. mm, to start afresh. mm. It is life, and mm, we have we have to do it. mm, we have to do it. Yeah. So I'm here again. um I can say it was like, can we call it a healing moment for me? Like, that 1 month has been at least a little bit. Now I'm thinking, not even thinking, I'm planning, like, from next week probably, but I need to be with my baby. Yeah, one of my baby is out, like, for a holiday, not a holiday, it's a break, 1 week break. So also I need to be with him. And then also I've already started something little, but it's working. uh, Now I need to expand it. In business, you don't rely on something. Yeah. For now, I started with selling some items, detergents, like Downy. We have this, you can call it jig or a bridge, the jig or Clorox. I make them, I sell them, and also the liquid soap. And then we have this shampoo thing, the Downy. We have another one we call Kero. Those are the stuffs I started with. And also now, I'm also thinking of bringing back this second and thrifted clothes. We buy them and we sell them, and also do the farming thing, because for the longest, wherever I'm in Africa, in my country, I love big farming because it helps me, like, at least to cut the cost of living, like, in production. When you have food on the farm, it is a little bit easy. But for this time round, I'm not going to do farming from my own land, because whatever happened, I don't want it to reoccur. So I'm gonna look for a land to lease, so that I'll be doing that before now I get my own land, my own. You understand? Once you've come back home, you don't settle immediately. It takes time, and that's what we call, but is it patriotism or repatriation, something like that? I will check the name. uh it is one way for you, first thing, coming back to bond with your family. What is that? That will cost you a lot of money. Yes, I understand it will cost me a lot, but God's grace is sufficient. God, who starts everything, he always has the answer. God had it beautiful for me, to move out, because he saw maybe my life was at risk. He changed my location. Now, when I'm back, I think God already has settled the things, all my issues. I know, but to start is the problem. But once you've started, you never, like, call it a quits. If you have a good intention, if you are dedicated, yes. Can't tell for now. Things on the ground are not the same way, the way I left it, because you know when I was here before, I'm speaking of 5 years, because I started traveling from 2019. 2019, 2021, I was in Qatar. 2021 December, 2023, I was in Saudi Arabia, Riyadh. 2023 November, I came back to Kenya. I settled up to last year. That's when I went again abroad, and now I'm back at home, you know. So I know it's kind of hard, the question you're asking, because now I have to look for a house. I start from scratch. Yeah, after I do that, first things first, I need to get a house for the meantime, which will be like my own, and then I put the business ahead of it, in front of it, and then I'll look for the land that I want to plant, whatever I want to plant. Yeah, that is the story. So for me, that is why I told you, for tomorrow I have to wake up, I go see my dad. After there, I had requested some of my family members. I told them I'm looking for a land to lease, and then I also requested my daughter, because she was here, to look for a place so that I can do the business. The house, she found it. So the only thing I need to do is to go there and check, do the clarification, consider the security, electricity, water, and then I do what I can manage. Yeah. How much are you willing to spend, and how much to rent a farm, and how long? Okay, for me, if I get a land to lease, I prefer, I would just say, like, probably, if you wanna get good yields, 2 seasons are good. Like, if they, let's say, a season starts like, in a year in Kenya we have 2 seasons of planting. Like, from let's assume from January to June, that is one season. From June to December, that's another season. But for me, like now, right here in our county, there is enough rainfall. It will be better off if I find this side than in Nairobi, because Nairobi, where we are, like yesterday, my mom, she told me today that it rained, like it drizzled. Where we are in Joska, there it is not good for me to lease a land there, because I would have good yields like throughout the seasons. But here I can do like farming, which takes 3 months, 2-3 months, those crops, because at least they will generate some finances to me. And then 1 acre, I was told it's 10,000, but I haven't gone to the field to check it. Those who told me I need to go and check it. And then the house, they told me, like now this one where we are, it goes for this a 2-bedroom house. A 2-bedroom house goes from 8,000 to 10. A 1-bedroom house, it goes from 7 to 8,000. You know, it's a Kenyan money. I have a bed. I have some household items I used to have, which I will start with my life with. The gas, my daughter took it, and another gas I gave it to my mama. You know, yeah, it's a month. But now for the land, you know what doesn't worry me is, once I've started, the beauty about me, if at all I have started, things are not the same. Like, no backing off, no, like having other issues. The beauty about trusting in yourself is, the little you can start, what makes a step is just a step. Like, you know, you do it. I'm willing to do this. Once you've started, that is the beauty about, like, can you do this? Yes, I can. What can you manage? You try. You see the location. Is it suit, or is it good or suitable for whatever you want to put? If it's not good, you make sure you have to be flexible. You check what is not available in that area, and then you start, you know. But also picking up, most businesses take from like a month to 3 months. But if you find a good place that already has a good population, it picks up easily. But my prayer is that first thing is to get the exact place I need. Of course, it takes a milestone. I have to be pushing myself out here. I just came. I'm barely one day. Yeah, here. And I'm just trying to check out. But I know by the course of the week, I will find the exact place I can start again afresh. And also about the land, I'm gonna visit where my sister told me, and the friend that I had requested to do this research for me. Also, for the meantime, also because I had some little cash put aside for like the land. Of course, it wasn't enough. I need to go with my estimation. So it takes someone a milestone. It is not that easy, but I know, you know, faith works. Faith can move mountains. I know when that time will come, things will go swiftly. Yeah, it is my prayer. Yeah. Let us know when you find land and place to stay and the cost. Oh, okay. Yeah, for sure. I'll let you know, because also I'll be documenting. The beauty about nowadays about this social media platform, and also now because I'm a YouTuber, I love to document it. Like for now, because now my children are not around this moment. Let me tell you a story about this moment. I used to like this. I'm up to this level where this business reached. I used to, when my children go in the morning to school, I make sure before they go, I make breakfast and lunch together. So when they go, in the evening when they come, that is when I will run to the market, because we are within here. I go, I buy these stuffs we call them mali mali. Mali mali is household items like these jugs, cups, flasks, and some stuff, plastics. And this here is corn. I used to sell corn. Also, there is another bucket next year which was used to hold charcoal. So I used to also to sell charcoal, like all household items, blankets, even the mattresses. But the mattresses I used to bring them when I have an order, because this is a structure, like it's not permanent. So now that is why I would love to like now have a house where these things are inside. By the end of the day, these things I will remove them here at night and take it to where I used to stay, which was behind this wall. So it wasn't that much, because also I was like trying to start. That is the moment I had to come from up the countryside, like the countryside, the village side where my in-laws were, when things were not adding up. So I chose, like, let me bring my children at least to the town, and also they can find the best required education, because where they were, my daughter was, before we were residing in Nairobi, the city, so she used to speak English and Swahili. So when it reached the time that the dad has already died, what happened? She was happy trying to learn the mother language, like to speak our dialect, Kisii. So it was confusing her. When she's being taught in class, she mixes what what other children were teaching her, like what they were saying. If it's a cup, she'll say a cup in English, and then she add Swahili, and then she add our mother tongue. So it used to be fun, but also it used to confuse her, you know. So it made her studies become hard. But I thank God. I can't believe, there are those things you look back and you say, like, God, how did this happen? Because it became hard. It became hard to an extent that when even trying to do with her some homeworks, it wasn't easy. Yeah. And the brother is here. The US dollar to Kenyan shilling is significant. Yeah, absolutely. This is my baby boy. This is the one tomorrow I'm going to see, because he's now with my mom. Because now I came here with my mom. And my daughter used to live with my sister, who now I'm in her place right away. Yeah. So I'm like, Yeah, it is significant. 120 Kenyan shillings. Yeah, of late I've not checked, but that is maybe it's it is significant, absolutely. So for now, I'm gonna like my prayer is that whenever I'm gonna look for, I ask God to make it beautiful, because when you put your efforts and you dedicate everything to God, it goes smoothly. When you start, it might look like a mountain, but once you've started, yeah, things will come through. So you believe in God. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that is the reality. And there are those moments you feel like, how I wish I could have that system, like which can run things swiftly. But God has a beautiful reason, because when we read the word of the Lord, is that you might see things are looking like a mountain, but once He will speak, that mountain can be a flat surface. Yeah, absolutely. I'll check for that. I asked some of my friends who are my YouTubers from Nyabohanse, from Migori County, and others from, say, here in Kisii County. I'm like, I think we're gonna see which is the way forward. The only problem now I can say is just that I've just come. Yeah, I've just come from Nairobi. Yeah, I haven't met anyone. I'm just here. Even my dad, I'm just here in my sister's place. But from tomorrow, I'm gonna push it, because days are going, and also, as a mom, I call it, as a mom, as a dad, I need again to keep on, because every end month we need to pay bills. There are bills that are being paid. When you're that person who is responsible for everything, you being a breadwinner, you have like you have to show up even when things are not adding up. You have to make it even when you are not seeing the direction. It takes someone, like, to only take a milestone if you have that thought that it is doable. But I know it will for sure. Good start. Yeah. Just choose what you need. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, God does it. Yeah, absolutely. God does it. Absolutely. I know it will happen. Yeah, absolutely. Because I remember. I even there is it 1 month? Can I speak it? It is 1 month. Time for bed, young lady. You're saying time for bed. I have a problem. I don't sleep easily. Of course, sometimes I want to sleep, but I'll try. I'll try. I barely sleep for those 9 hours. I can tell you, I barely sleep for those 9 hours. I sleep less hours, but I believe that hmm, my sleep is gonna come back. You sleep late. Yes, I do sleep late. I usually. It's because where I used to work. It used to happen. So once you come back home, you're gonna try, like, now people slept long time ago. You know what is the time? It is already 1 a.m. 1:26. Yeah, because also tomorrow I need to like wake up and say the stuff I need to do with tomorrow. Yeah, And now tomorrow I need to go out and start hunting, like house hunting, and doing the lands, checking up whatever I want. Yeah, so I need again to arrange myself. I've already planned some of the things which will follow tomorrow. Yeah, absolutely. Let me finish making this. Here in Kenya, we wake up. Uh, Probably if you're going to office, you wake up by 6 a.m. Others by 5. Yeah, when you have children to go to school. But for me, now I usually wake up at 7 or 6:30. That is it. But as for tomorrow, because tomorrow is Friday, I'll try again and see if I wake up the same time with my sister when we should be speaking. Sometimes I hear her voice from 8, 7, 8 there. I'll be up because we're gonna walk out together. Because I wanna catch up some things. You can sleep now, moving forward. God has already. Oh, amen. May God's will be done. Amen. Yeah, I believe because He has several things. If you believe that I came from abroad to 1 year, like I haven't finished 2 years the same way I usually finish, yeah, why can't I believe that? Yes, because my babies needed me, and also I got stressed, deteriorated, my body changed. I don't know what was happening on the ground. I can't tell. I was eating, but I was becoming emaciated day in, day out. My health changed. I didn't see it coming, but when it reached to a time, I told God, like, no, God, if it was possible, tomorrow I wish to be in my home. And God did it. I might speak it and you can't believe it. Yes, yes, yes. At least even here, I sleep a little bit longer. Do you believe that in Asia, when I'm in Asia, I sleep, I go to bed at 4 or 5 after 3 a.m. prayers, and by 7 or 8, I'm supposed to be awake. And I used to manage. I don't know how. I used to have a lot. I was dealing with insomnia. Like I am not having any problem, but I can't sleep. I can't barely sleep like anyone. Like if I sleep 2 or 3 hours is good enough for me. Like at least to make my eyes not to be sour. But when I'm back in my country, at least I've started regaining like that sleep. I can have it. But once I fully get settled, that is my problem. When I fully get settled, I am good to go. I can sleep like a baby because during the day I'll be working extremely harder to attain or achieve my goals, and then at night I'll be sleeping like a baby. That is me. When I have peace of mind, that is me. So I am a woman just for sake keeping. Oh, thank you, Grace. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for your encouragement. But I believe God does that. Mhm. Also it's not healthy to sleep less hours. I know it's not healthy. But when circumstances do happen, you can't. There are those things you can't hide or put them away with. I can be on the bed flipping like this. I flip like this. And that's why usually, because if I turn this way, I can't sleep this way. So I sleep like this. If I feel it's pissing me, I'm like, I'll sleep like this. Sometimes even I go outside. Like I feel like even the room that I'm sleeping doesn't have enough air. I open the door, I stay outside. That is my situation. But I thank God I'm okay. I could have run mad long time ago. I could have gone crazy. Mm, yes. Yeah, it happens. It happens. It is real. The struggle is there. Sometimes you wish to run away with your bare legs, barefoot. Sometimes you feel like if there was, you can use a motorbike or a vehicle to cross is it the Red Sea or the ocean? I don't know. And come back to your country. Those are our situations. Yeah, yeah, it is real. If you check my story on 26, 27, 28 last month, you will understand. You can do your best, but receive the worst from other human beings when you are out there. So, God has it beautiful. Yeah, when you believe in Him. And not everyone manages to get out of that problem. It is not easy. That is why, yes, we do nasty things out there to survive, to get that cash. It's very cruel. You can cook for someone food which is good and you're being served the opposite. You can render your services with your pure heart but receive the worst reception. Acknowledge your value until they lose you out, until they miss your service. You know, not everyone can perform whatever you are doing. That is why I usually tell people like this. Whenever you are serving the nation, I know not everyone will acknowledge your beautiful deeds, but the universe is watching. And I know it will take long for justice to prevail, but never give up and don't change from being a good person just because nasty situations are happening in your life. One day it will come to pay itself. That's what I usually say. Even when they don't see what you do to them, keep on doing the best. Don't change because of other people's attitude. Yeah, that is what I usually say. Yeah, yeah. Even cattle are being treated well. Do you know cattle in those countries they're being fed well than the ladies who are working? Even the cattle there has some fun to give it fresh air. But you, when you sleep, you will have an AC air condition which has a problem, which is broken. Sometimes even they burst. I'm telling you. It's just that sometimes we don't want to let the story. Before I traveled last year, like 1 year ago, 2023 in November, I was in Ayamarwa. If you check me out, I have some news anchors or journalists who did with me some interviews. I was speaking of the same. I spoke about it. Yeah, what we faced there. You see someone running away, becoming a refugee in those countries, they have endured the pain they would never thought to see while they are out there. But those who manage to come back home, healthy, safe and sound, yeah, we thank God. We give glory. We are living testimonies. We see hell, but God like grabs us when we feel like we're pissed off. Yeah, and I think everyone has a new start. Now and then, as you start, as you fall, as you stand up, everything has its own time. Yeah, to call it a full stop or a fresh beginning. That is what I can say. Thank you so much. Thank you. And for me, I say thank you for those who've been there for me when I was in Gulf countries, because I tried even when I'm full of tears. I used to come out and do live streams while cooking, while cleaning, when I'm pissed off, when I feel like screaming, because I don't have someone to let my anger, my depression, my stress, my anxiety, my attitude too. I used to show up on my social media platforms. I speak, I can say one word, I can speak my heart. It helped me. It was a sigh of relief. It was the only family I had, which is social media. Social media was the best family because you can't tell your immediate family the situation you are going through unless and otherwise they see you. Maybe. Amen. 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 May it come through. It wasn't easy. Yes. And in fact, it was a miracle. I don't know how. If you ask me, I don't know. I just spoke it and the following day it happened. I can't tell the reason. Maybe the new beginnings are yet to start. Who knows? Maybe my children's prayers have come through. Yeah. It is not easy to come from abroad. Also, Gulf countries, if you have not finished the contract, it is not easy to convince them. If I tell you the way I came, you can't believe it. I can't believe. I give thanks to God. I glorify His name. I came alive. I didn't fight someone. Of course, we scolded each other the previous day before I traveled. This boss of mine used to do weird things. She put a blame on me. So that day, the previous day, she put the AC on. And then the following day, she said, "You've left the AC 2 times on. Do you know I use electricity?" And I told her, "I'm sorry, I'm not the one." I reminded her, "Your son, who's called Adnan, left the kitchen with the electricity on, the toaster on, the AC on. He went. The previous day, your son, who's called Muhammad, left the room he was sleeping, the guest room, with the AC on." She said, like, that is their home. They will do what they want. That is them. But for you, hey, you're a slave. She told me that. I told her, Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah means thanks to God. She spoke all the nasty things she had in her own mind. I told her, "Are you done?" "Thank you." It was hurting. I asked her, "Do you know how old I am?" I was a wife. I am a mom. And now, right now, as we speak, even if I'm working here in your house, I pay bills back at home from electricity, the Wi-Fi, the expenditures, food and other stuffs. The same way you are paying bills here. I know how to be responsible. When I came to your home, you flattered me to be a good person. I accepted your situation. I saw your other side of the reaction, but I took it like you're my mom because she was 53 years old. I had seen it somewhere. I realized that she had, how do you call, diabetes and pressure. So whenever something little happens, she scolds me, she shouts to me. I tried to tame myself, my anger, the way I should receive her, the way I should retaliate. I chose to be silent and smile. I chose to be apologetic even when I'm not wrong. I chose to forgive her because if you can't let that rage go away, I couldn't offer myself to cook because we are not allowed to cook for them because there is someone who's supposed to cook for them to be paid, and someone needs to do cleaning to be paid. You're not supposed to do all the work, like you iron, you cook, you clean, and then you do the necessity again, the extra ones, like cleaning the AC, the fans. They are those works for men, meant for men. But once you've offered yourself, like you've volunteered yourself, they should also have a good reception to you. Like they should see you like a human being. That is worth it. Give you food, shelter, and clothing, and peace of mind. That is it. You serve them and pay your bills. That is it. So it reached that time I was like, oh, you see things are not working. I told her that day, how can we solve this? She told me she has an answer already. I told her thank you. And I asked her, does it mean it's the AC we are fighting over, or there is something wrong? Since I stayed here for 6 months, you started changing. I started seeing your other side of life. She began, I cook, she gives me leftovers. Like the food for yesterday, but which has overstayed, she will preheat it. The food that I cooked today, she will serve her family. When the daughter comes, she will scoop on the top layer and add it on top to cover up all the food. Before, when I came, we used to eat together. Food for yesterday, food for the other day. We can eat it, we finish, and then we cook another kind of meal. It reached that time now they will pile up food which are for longer periods in the freezer for me to eat. Sometimes the food can go stale. I tell her I can't eat. I can't tell her directly. The only thing she will serve me, I put it in the oven. I clean the dishes after they've eaten. I'll take water and lemon, and then my day will go that. If I feel my tummy is complaining, I'll take a piece of bread and drink with water. If my boss, who is the man, Mr., I'll see him taking fruits. If he takes more than 3, I'm not lying, I'm saying the truth, I'll take 1 orange. If he takes 3, I take 1. Because I dare to take the pineapple juice, which was in a box, a small carton, the small cartons. When they take 3, I take 1. It raised an attitude towards her, me and her. She abused me, she insulted me, she called all the nasty names. I came down, I cried. After I finished, I started laughing. I was like, seriously, madam, how can you call me that? I felt bad. I felt humiliated. Good night, Martin Mwangi. Usiku mwema. Otuko mwega. Torane rusio. Tuonane rusio. Torane rusio. Is that how we say? I'm forgetting Kikuyu culture. I used to speak that. Tuonane rusio. I guess that is the name. So I was like, where is it adding up? What is happening? Like you can, there are those things you recognize when someone doesn't acknowledge your value. One day I'll put that video. Yeah, thank you. One day I'll put that video. Like, seriously, this is a place I came, I found nasty, dusty, messy. Even I wanted to run away that night. But what kept me, when we entered, the gates were computerized, the doors were computerized. Once you clock in, if you open again, it will lock itself, you will never go back. And the cameras were there everywhere. And I was like, oh God, today now, this is another prison. I gave myself the strength. I cleaned for 2 months and a half clothes. Like I put the washer, the laundry machine, from the morning 6 a.m. up to midnight 1 a.m. That's when I'll shut it every day for 2.5 months. I started ironing clothes. I used to have a backache. Electricity used to break, like the extension, because of the iron box used to use a lot of heat. If you check me out, you see those videos, even the shorts. It wasn't easy. You meet a lot of nasty things inside the cloth, and more so the white clothes. Someone can defecate on that. You defecate on your undies, you don't wash it. They leave blood on it, they leave pads on it, the sanitary pads, the panty liners on it. Others, they have problems, maybe because of the blood pressure. You find clothes, they have a lot of blood stains here, the neck, here. I don't know, like those injections they put with it. Someone will eat food which has turmeric. The clothing is white. You need, in fact, immediately you need to soak it after you've messed it. But someone will mix them even within 1 week, pile them together. Others have cold. So the time you'll be given those clothes, removing a stain is a problem, and that will be your responsibility. If it doesn't get clean, someone will insult you probably. Someone will tell you everything from their heart. I saw messy things, nasty things. I used to be served, you know, fats. The fats that we give the dogs here in Kenya. Fats that you can't serve any person, any guest in your home when it's the day for beef. Like someone gives you whatever using expired products. Someone gives you, check my shorts, you'll understand what I'm saying. Expired products. Do you know what it means? Those expired products like lotion, deodorant, and you are like, what? Something which expired 2023 and someone is giving you to use it. Do you know how bad it is to your health? It is not easy. It will only take God's hand for you to stay healthy in that house. Dealing with dust, dealing with smoke, dealing with perfumes. By the end of the day, you need to take something like milk. Milk was prohibited. If I dare touch milk and she will see it, hey, Jesus Christ. Let me tell you, sometimes we smile because God has got us. Like now here, this fish was stale. I was served this fish. I shared it to my group. The rice was fresh, but the rice underneath it was for previous days. She scooped the old rice and then she added the fresh rice that I had made, and then now this beef, this is not beef, this is fish. She served it to me. Even I wrote to the group, this is our group, these are the ones whom we went with abroad. I told them it's better I die. It's better I die than eating that stale food. Like it was smelling the whole house. You know something we call cactus? Is it cactus? A cow that is dead. Okay, yes, I know we slaughter the cow when it's dead, but a cow has died, has stayed maybe 4 or 5 days and needs to be buried maybe before it's being removed the skin, and someone will cook something like that. Nasty. Even I had to make shorts, like videos. Like I was telling my colleagues, if they dare give you food which is stale, don't eat it. Throw it away and take water and lemon. You can make like cinnamon tea, hibiscus tea, cumin tea. Even I used to take moringa for the daughter, which was in the house, with water to detoxify myself every day. That was my situation. That was the shoes I was like, you are seeing death, but you don't know how to run away from death. For me, it is a miracle. I don't know. I can't tell. I have never thought of it. Like they are ready to throw good food. Like this one is fresh, and they were throwing it. Now because I couldn't eat stale food, this food it had nuts which were already rotten, like expired. So I had to, like guys, I had to take the food from the trash and eat it. Sometimes I'm like, when I became emaciated, this is me. I became emaciated. I was going to the grave. When I posted this on my social media, my cousin, this was the food. My cousin asked me, what happened to you? Like, when I went into this house, these clothes were fitting. After 1 year, I couldn't fit in the uniform. You know, like I'm indoors 24/7, no seeing the sunlight, not at all. If you check that and you reconsider this is a different place. This is a different place where I had peace of mind. Also, I was a chef. Like, you can see my body. My body was different. You know, this was very different. This, I used to have everything. My body was okay, but I became like emaciated, stressed. I couldn't. Like, those moments you can't run away. Okay, because they are resilient. That's what I can tell you. Because they are resilient, because they can endure. We have also Kikuyu and other cultures, but when the Kikuyu ladies they get things are on the other way around. They contact their colleagues who are of the same culture, and they help them to run away. We call it Kemboi. Yeah, that's what I can tell you. And the beauty about other cultures, more so the other cultures that I mean, the ones you've mentioned, we have one thing we believe in, like our hard work. Like, we put too much work, even when things are not adding up. We don't give up. We usually say, like, for better worse, for better for worse, eh? Till death do us apart. But the other ones, the cukes, they know how to fight for themselves. If someone gets a chance, grabs a chance, they look for a way to run away and make good cash, even if it will be like they're refugees out there. They don't have their passports and the documentation. You know, the ID, you have to work with it, you have to have it. But they choose, yeah, to do the other way around. Also, the reason of that, you look at the background where you come from. We believe that once you've gone out there, you've gone out there to change your life and your family, your entire family's lifestyle. So once we reach out there, we are ready to sacrifice ourselves, even to an extent that we suffer silently without speaking. Those who manage to speak out are few. Those who manage to go scot-free are few. Those who get the help when they need it are less. It takes, I don't know, God's grace for someone, yeah, to walk out healthy without issues. It is not what you think. But apart from that, not every family is wicked. We have beautiful families out there. More of them are beautiful. Lesser number are the rotten potatoes. That's what I can say. Yes, my previous first two homes, they were so nice. Yes, I can't work for anyone if they don't respect, because it fights. Yes, but also you can't come out of their homes because you used an aeroplane. You were ferried like a cargo. They own your passport. They own your ID. They own your life. They say they bought you with 5,000 US dollars. You can't do anything. They will shut your dreams. And even if they harm you, you do nothing, because that's a kingdom. It is a monarch. It is not run by a government the way you think. And as usual, they prevent and protect their residents, their nationality, the citizens. If you're an immigrant, they're sorry. Yeah, they'll say you're the one who brought the trouble in their place. It is what it is. Yeah, they bought you. They bought you to work for them. It's called modern slavery. When you try to talk to the agency that took you there, they'll tell you Me and them, we are done. The first 3 months, you went there, you didn't have a problem. Now I can't help you. That's the issue. Pass through. Can I tell you right away, my agents for Kenya and for other side, they don't know that I came back here. And I haven't even contacted them to tell them I'm back in Kenya. Why? Because they don't know your welfare, your well-being. Once you've reached the other side, they've been paid whatever it is. Yeah, they forget about humanity. Yeah, money talks. Money runs the world. Yeah, unless and otherwise, you have a relative or a friend who can tell it better, you'll understand. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It happens. It happens right away. Could it be that I came in a good way? I could have already given out my passport so that I can look for a work another country abroad. But because I came with stigma, having trauma, having depression, that is why I decided to hold my passport and say, no, I'm not going again to try those jobs. I want to try life back here in Africa, because before going to Gulf, I used to survive also here. Whatever which pushed me, I've endured it to the limit, to the expectation that it has reached. I think God is in the throne. The remaining part, God will fight it. Because I was ashamed, like, oh, my daughter wouldn't join high school. My daughter wouldn't finish high school. That was my cry by that moment. But now, all has happened. The far we've come, they still again need me physically to be there. Daily basis. They come from school, they need to meet me. You know? So those are the things we need to think about. Like now, it is time for me to be next to them, also to have peace of mind, solace, to have what is called mine. Because now, coming and going, whatever you have to leave it under someone's hand. You have to at least let go, everything. When you come, things are not adding up, things are not the same way they were. It is what it is. That is the situation. So even me, whenever I sit, like I say, God, remember everyone we went together with. They come home safely, healthy and sound. Going and coming, it is by the grace of God. Others go, don't finish well, they come sick. Others come with either less organs in their bodies. It is what it is. St. Peter and Moscow is not that bad apart from the cold. Oh, okay. Yes, others are going even into Canada. Others are going into Turkey. Yeah, Germany. Like after you come from maybe, like now I've been in these other countries. People to keep on trying for their luck. You never know. You can finally find somewhere which is suitable for you. So it is not something we feel like not trying. Also, there's this kind of jobs which we call them cruise ship jobs. For the cruise ship jobs, you go, you work a span of 6 to 8 months. You come back home to see your family. Good man, of course, it's too much work, but at least something reasonable than being in Gulf countries. And also the cruise line jobs, you have a day off. You have a day off, and you walk all over the world. That's the beauty about it. Apart from there, I say you meet different people, different cultures. You learn a lot. if you are a free-minded person, like a free spirit, you can do it better off. You're a chef, a cook, a caregiver, a teacher, a nanny. They have something called youth staff, a, more, a videographer, um, a doctor, a nurse. Like there is a lot of careers there. So apart from going from these Middle East countries or continent, there we have a lot of choices to pick out here. Like for me, usually say like if at all I keep on trying this and that, I will say like the ocean is big. If this one didn't work out, try another one. The same thing I told you. When I usually come back home, I do farming, I do business. After that, if I get a chance, I go out. But for the reason for now, I want to be around. At least establish something. Because also age is pushing me. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm now in my mid-30s. I need to settle because also age can make you remember that tomorrow is not going to be the same as today. You might look young, but when time runs, you'll be screaming like, I wish I could have done this early. But circumstances led you to be there. But also, without giving up, that is why you see people keep on pushing. And it goes by the decisions we make. Yeah. And it shall be well. Everyone goes out there to try their luck, to look for green pastures. You can't be in a comfort zone and then you decide to like walk out and go and face those tough moments, because before you go there, nowadays we are civilized. We use social media to learn, to study, like to prepare ourselves on what we are going to meet, where we are going. Yeah, yeah. I'm making my cloth here. There's a cloth I love so much, and it is many, many years old, but I don't want to let it go because I've never, I've never found the same quality. So it is having a dent. I'm trying to find it. Oh, yeah. These are the things I used to sell. So when I used to find the good quality, when I'm selling for my clients, I pick what I love. Yeah, it is doable. It is doable, and I believe it is doable. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your encouragement, guys. Thank you for at least giving me some chats here. We've spoken. Sometimes I'm like speaking to someone and there's someone listening. Can I say it is therapy? Yeah, it is therapy. It is therapy. That is therapy. I don't take it for granted. I thank you so much. Yeah. May God bless you. Let me see something here. God bless you for showing up, for giving me that company. And making it up. Like this long. You know, I've been here 2 hours. Yeah, I don't take it for granted. May God bless you in abundance. See you tomorrow. I'll show up and I'll be having the network. Yeah, because when I'm on the internet, I show up. Yeah. Let me go and try and see if I will sleep. Because I need to rest. And in the morning, we started big. We see where we can pick it up from. Because good night, good morning. Yes, thank you. Good night. Let me try and put myself down. At least, you know, it is like I was communicating to people direct. Yeah, thank you. Bye bye. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I don't take it for granted. Bless you. Bless you more and more and more and more. Yeah, yeah. My family, they are sleeping already. I'm the noise maker here. You know, I think from next week I'll be sleeping when I will already have settled some issues. Yes, yes, it is doable. Bye. Thank you. Yeah, take care too. Yeah. Take care. I'm mending my is it called a biker? This cloth is 7 years old and it's still quality. I loved it, but it was becoming loose. So I was like, it should be like this, but the stuff is coming out. It's like there is a way they make them, like they're using something like glue. So I have to stitch it. This one hand, it's opening up. Yeah. So my one and only quality biker that I ever bought that lasted long. The beauty of using quality thing. So mending it's a problem, but I'm trying it. I don't know. They use electricity or something like gum to make it stick. Because tomorrow, you know, when you are going to see your dad, you have to dress official. A little bit official, a little bit decent. Those are our African dads. They'll be like, girl, baby girl, daughter. Yes, because you might not know. Maybe you will be like, you went abroad and you changed your dress code. You know, parents, they don't keep quiet. They will tell you the reality. So let me finish this. I've prepared the dresses for tomorrow. I'll be choosing one to wear. Yeah, and also I'll be also thinking about meeting my church member the day after. People from the church, like reuniting. And also you've seen something that has happened. That lady, she's among our group. I've reshared it into our group. I think they will call her so that they can check. I hope they come through for her because I can't believe it happened. I don't believe well, the world can be so harsh. When you think you are in the one in problem,
Anyo mbenza chinda abantu mbalenga bamenya. Itukulinda ndiro sachinda bakire bagotebire umwanye bakairose n'enotsi. Ngwa mekero tengo tabale bataliyo kana baba kwa muso. Kyoko bole sachinde kuchia sabafu yogotebwe utamanyeti. Sachinde nkyora asabe kuchia ase serikali kaunti kare manyirenga aba tobakurusi nyomba na serikali ya kaunti.
Mercy, this lady, I told you, we are in one group for the church. She's the one crying. She was fished away from the house. I know her. From church. I can't believe the same is happening to her. but I've shared it into our group for the church. Well, there are moments you cry, you scream, but when you look someone, when you think your burden is heavy, you find that someone is more or heavier laden than you. She was thrown away from the house she was living by the government. I don't know, the government people who are working. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. I felt it. I said, let me hear what was the situation. You are thrown out of the house. You have children. Also, she has like a 2-month infant. Right? But I think the beauty about social media, tomorrow she'll be in the safe side. And also, even maybe tonight, they will just rescue her. Okay. Okay. May God's will be done. Why I remember her. There is a time my dad was sick in the hospital. My dad had arthritis, and also he was having a problem during to his age, and because of his age. While we were in the hospital, the dad for this lady, the dad is a catechist, yeah, Catholic catechist. They were roommates, you know. That's when I knew this lady now, because she was coming to visit her dad, while also I had brought tea for my dad and fruits. That's how we met. But maybe for her, she might not remember me. But the dad was so nice. Like, he was preaching there, and then they were converting him and my dad. Now that's when I got acquainted to them together. Now I'm seeing her on social media crying, and I'm feeling like, what? And after that, the incidents in the hospital, when we were in church, she came and registered herself in our small Christian community group, the Catholic section. Yeah, just here within Kisii County. So missing her in that situation, it pisses me off. Like, things do change. Today you are not safe, tomorrow you are safe. That's why we need to be good to others. You never know. There are people you see in the streets smiling, but they are having a lot to handle. You know. Yeah, let's be prayerful and be wishing others well. You just wake up tomorrow, find yourself healthy, kicking, your food, a roof over your head. Just that peace of mind is worth it, to be grateful. Yeah. It's very hard Also to be chased away at this moment, like paying rent. Whew. I can't believe. Yeah. I hope the first people who saw that came through for her. I can't believe. Because she lived in a 3 bedroomed house. Yeah. 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 Well, everything is doable in the hands of God. Yeah. I'm almost finishing, guys. I'm almost finishing. What I'm mending here, my special cloth. There is a song I remember. The cloth my mama made for me. The cloth my mama made for me. The cloth that was made with different patches, different clothes, like different types of colors. The special cloth. So when I'm mending this, I'm reminding myself that there are those things with treasure because you have them. In fact, it's the only I have because I love it. The only that has survived that longer. That long. You can understand the quality. Okay. I never saw this coming in my life. The cloth that my mama made for me. Oh yes. done. I need to upload one video before I sleep. Let me see how long did I put another video. I have more videos to give you guys. I don't know. Let me see the one I put for you today. I'm trying to put like 2 videos a day because I'm also trying to chase my watch hours. Thank you, Schweb Tabe. Give it a smash like button. It's showing 15 hours. So let me put another one. Let me see which one I can put because I need to put another video for you. Yesterday we were in a function. I didn't put. How are you, Shueb? Yeah. Guys, I'm chasing these dreams of this platform called YouTube. If it could start paying me, it will help me to pay my debts. Because we need to be here fully in full swing. You know, 21 hours. So which one is this? Which one am I going to put? I have more until I'm like, which one should I put? Let me try and see. There is this one showing 21. Yeah, I'm done. Content creation is another job, guys. You have to show up every day. You have to show up. Still, when things are not adding up, you have to keep on putting videos more and more. Everything you have to push yourself. Yeah, I'm going to post for you something here. That's what I'm pushing on. Yeah, that's when I'll sleep. and read from the bed. Yeah, good night. Hanin, Kim, how are you? Greetings to you. Yeah, time to sleep because already it's 2 a.m. Yeah, and my system hasn't catched up. I have to be like others. They sleep early. Early to bed, early to rise. That's what my dad says. For now, good night, good morning, bye.